Hey guys, I don't know if you can see me or not. Son of Virginia here. It's time for the old pocket dump, alright? Here we go. I'm back here getting ready to go through this alley here to show y'all how to evade somebody is following you. Let's see what we got here. Got candy, got a lighter, got a pocket tool, got my wallet, got a phone, notepad. Let's do it this way. And one zebra pen. Alright. So I'm going to show y'all how we can make it at least 3 days, possibly even at bare minimum, self-rescue ourselves to either a safety point or a bug out location. Alright, and if you want to know how we can use this, we can use our phone as a mirror. Alright, so we're going to walk. We're walking. Alright, let's say we got out, we was released from the hospital, and this is where knowing your town, your city, your little area of operations, this is where this comes in real handy. Cause see, watch this. We'll walk through this little alley right here. Arlene by knows about. Alright, but let's say, we just got out of the hospital for whatever reason. Nobody's there to pick us up. Right here. Alright, so we're in the middle of town. And at bare minimum, we've got to get back at least to our own house or our apartment, single wide trailer, where it is we're staying. Alright, so, okay, we're walking down the street just like normal folk. And just for shits and giggles, we'll say the person in that truck right there is following us. And the good thing about this little small town, and I guess most cities, these streets are only one way. Like that side, that street, it only goes west. All the way through there, it only goes east. Right? And another little kink about this town is that this street right here to my left, it has no traffic lights. Right? So if you want to get completely through town, not worry about traffic lights, you just take that street. The other street right here, alright, say that truck was following us, okay? So we're going to dip into this alley. If we have to, we'll run. And all we're going to do is we're going to double back. See, we got another vehicle coming down through this alley right here. So we're just going to fucking take a quick right, double back real quick. And when we get to this point, we're kind of obscured, right? We're obscured by that, another house, another building. We're walking through this alley. That's good, because we're obscured where it's a one-way street. He's going to have to turn all the way around, come back. He's going to have to double back himself. So what we're going to do, we're going to double back to the point that he's seen us at. All right. I'm going to check both ways. See that building over there? That's where we're going. There's another vehicle. They're all one way, so we just worry about vehicles coming this way. Across the street. Quickly now. Quickly. Now, if this is real life, we'd be running, right? Okay. Get to the other street. Nobody's coming yet. It's all one way. That's good. Keep your eyes down the street. There's no sign of the truck. It's good. Get all the way across the street. Back behind this building. Run, 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 run. All right, we dip behind this building. Now we can watch. Stay a little obscured and watch. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk down the back end of this parking lot, kind of skirt with these trees where them tables are at, benches. All right, coast is kind of clear. We're gonna walk right angles, and we're always gonna keep our head on a swivel, going back and forth. I know we're kind of silhouetting ourselves in the background, but that fence right there and these buildings kind of obscure us. And where it's the backside of a parking lot, like they are following us and they do double back. They're really not gonna scan this far back to where we are. Understand? And then now we know like where we're going, right? We just got to work our way there. And since we live in the place, we should be fairly familiar with our AO, right? If you're not, you own a pet or something, you know, say you own a dog, put your little piece of paper in your pocket with a little golf pencil and walk your dog around your neighborhood. Say about 2 to 5 miles in either direction, right? And just take notes. You know, identify what could be bad elements or potential threats. You know, things to stay away from, things to avoid, things to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be afraid of the bear. You just give the bear respect and its own space. You'll be fine. All right. And we're not going to trespass or nothing, so we're going to get back on the street. Hop down here. Like I said, folks, right angles. We're going to hug this building. And if we're super paranoid, or we feel like they've legit turned around and they are looking for us, all right, we're gonna get to this corner right here. Since the street's one way, right, we're gonna take our phone out and use the reflection to see what's coming down the road. I know y'all can't really see that, but do that. Make sure the coast is clear. We don't want to do no turkey necking. You know, squat down, put your phone as close to the ground if you need to, but we don't want to do no turkey necking, right? We'll make sure we feel good enough that the coast is clear. We walk out, check, watch the traffic, and just keep, instead of crossing the street, we're just going to keep walking down the street on this side. I know it's going to take a while, folks, and like right now we're kind of exposed, which is a bad thing. See how much open ground we have to cover, and we don't have any cover or concealment on this side of the street. So what we're going to do, we're going to cross the street right here, and then we're going to work our way down in between some buildings, try to stay out of sight. What we're really doing, so we're going to work our way up. You see that bridge up there? We're going to work our way up that ridge, and on the other side of that ridge, there's a pretty good spot for a stealth camp. But as I was coming down here to set up for this video, I noticed that some Appalachian meth heads have had that idea already. And there's a tarp and a couple chairs and stuff set up here, but we're gonna work our way to it and check it out, and then we're gonna take anything that we've managed to scavenge, pick up, or find, and we're going to use it to make a shelter out of. And being the way it is, we can, if we have to, we can just take trash bags, empty out the trash bags. In a dire emergency situation, say you're 60 miles from where you need to be, like, you're going to end up staying the night. You're going to spend one cycle of darkness out in the elements. So if we can find a tarp, if we can find trash bags, we can empty out the trash bags of trash, and we can fill them full of foliage, pine needles, dead leaves, what have you, and we can either lay on them or cover up with them, use them as pillows, what have you. We need to look for something to just keep us off of the ground. We do not want to have direct contact with the ground. Right here, being fully exposed. The reason I ain't really checked my backtrack is because it's all one-way street, and if somebody's walking like me, there's not going to be anybody coming from the back. But just in case, we're going to dip down right here. There's another vehicle coming. I can dip all the way down, back through this little alley, go straight downhill. Bam. All right. Now, stop. Take your breath. Get back to your corner. All right. Get your phone out if you need to. Squat down. Just hold your phone out just a little bit. Just where you can see a reflection where you just come from. All right, coast is clear. Take another quick breath. That's Dee Dee. All right, now we're walking in between all the buildings and the streets. Nobody can see us. They'd have to have a drone or be right on us to see us. So we're doing pretty good with that evasion so far. Like I said, if it was like a legit emergency situation, and say you're close enough, say you're within 20 miles of where you need to be, and you're not planning on staying a cycle of darkness, before you get there, we'd be running. Yes, sir, we would be running. Back in the summer, when I helped local PD test their new FLIR and infrared imagery, this is kind of the route I used to evade them, which I did successfully. And I don't think it's so much training as it was luck, because we've got a really young police force. I mean, the chief is younger than I am, so they really don't know about these little secret hideaways and passageways through town, you know, that me and my friends used to run through, raise hell with when we was teenagers. You know, the cops and the local PD today, they have no clue. Hey, ducky, ducky, ducky. All right, so now we're literally crossing the entire width of town. All right, even though we're in a parking lot, we're fairly obscured from both eastbound and westbound streets. I apologize about the angle of the camera. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, but we are staying outside as best we can. But right here, we're going to be exposed. It ain't summertime, and I'm not getting in the water, so we're going to have to expose ourselves, get your minds out together, and walk up here and walk across this bridge on the opposing street. But we're all right. We've checked everything. Our pursuer is not pursuing as far as we can tell, but we get caught out on this bridge, we're gonna have to run, jump off the bridge, fight or something. We're making ourselves very vulnerable doing this. I understand this is just but to evade as quickly as possible. And this is the best route we can take, unfortunately. So, alright, now we've crossed the bridge. Remember the bridge I pointed out earlier, folks? Alright, now we gotta work our way over that, or across that, but we're not gonna do it like we just crossed that bridge right here. We're gonna go underneath it and go back across the town we just walked across. You ready? There's the bridge pointed out earlier. We're not going that way. Nope. We're gonna get down in here in this ditch as fast as best we can. All right. Let's go, people. A good example, I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of my previous videos, but on my very first job, contracting, working Hurricane Florence. I'm not going to tell you the location, but I was on site for maybe 72 hours and thought I had done all my due diligence, I had thought, and was sleeping in my truck. Well, shame on me, I did not have my truck, the vehicle wasn't locked, I didn't have it locked. And all of a sudden the dome light come on. Well, some dude about twice the size as Wesley Snipes has opened up the back door, eyes big around as saucers, and keep in mind this is like 4 o'clock in the morning, saying that we needed to go to work. Let's go to work. But I had all my equipment and everything in the back seat of the truck, like he couldn't get in, and he wasn't taking no for an answer. All right, just a quick second. See, all right, now we're in behind this little, I'm gonna call it a berm, in between this building here and another little short alley, looking across the westbound street that we just walked away from. Did another loop, come back onto. All right, Rogers Rangers, never go the same way, never go back the same way you came, and always cover your back trail. If you think somebody's coming up behind you, loop around, come back behind them. All right, so we're gonna check. All right, that ain't our pursuer. Awesome. So let's cross quickly now. All right, now remember, I don't advise this outside of an emergency situation, and I do have permission from the local law enforcement to film this video in the locations I'm filming, right? So that being said, and cooperation from the railroad. So that being said, I'm just gonna cross it real quick. We're crossing it. See, we're under that bridge, right? Cross it and just come up the other side quickly and as safely as we possibly can. All right, well, oops, now we're in a restricted area and we didn't know it. And see, this is something that can happen to you inside an emergency situation. Say you're doing the job that I was doing, right? You've got to take supplies, establish a route into somebody that's being cut off. Well, you know, all you know is that somebody's back there. You don't know if it's private property or not, right? So we're going to tread lightly. All right. So we're still under the bridge. We could, I guess, we could take a breather under the bridge, or if we had to, you know, if we had to stay a cycle of darkness, we could just try to set up here. But you know, I mean, if you know your neighborhood, go for it. But if you don't, I mean, it's your risk to take on who shows up in the middle of the night or not. All right, so we've made it up and underneath across town. underneath and on top of the bridge we pointed out. So now, here we are. We make it up in there to the woodwoods. Find a position for a good stealth camp. And then the next video will be about what I'm using my pocket contents for. All right, so now we are out of the town, pretty much, essentially. So if they're still looking for us in the town, say it's somebody that thinks that you owe money or whatever, you know, it's going to take them a minute to think that you're not even in the area and not just hiding behind a dumpster or something in the alleyway. So, but once they figure it out and they start heading the way that you came, they don't have to take the same route. Just start heading in your direction. It's better to be laid up somewhere taking a breather and watching your back trail, watching for them, and let them pass you up. Like right now here, I believe pointed out a perfect little place for a stealth camp up here on this little ridge. There's even a pathway, cause it ain't like Bigfoot's up here in Appalachian Mountains, folks. The Appalachian crackhead and meth head, they do exist. They are around. And when they're not around, they're up in places like this hiding under. You know, I love y'all, but bless your heart. We gotta make better decisions for ourselves. Anyway, back to it. Let's go up here. See that car just passes by. If this is, we wouldn't want nobody to see us do this. Nobody see us come up this direction. But here we are, folks. We've made it. And what have we learned? We've learned to make right angle turns, take breathers at corners, check our back trail, double back. No matter how many times it takes, double back. Keep your head on a swivel. Just be mindful. You know, you don't want to accidentally walk up into something like this that's occupied. You know, you don't want to, no matter if they're doing anything illegal or sacrilegious or what, you don't want to walk up on them. But here you go, folks. That's it. We've made our way quickly as we could to a good stealth camping spot to rest up for the cycle of darkness and be motivated to move on to the next day and get where we're going. All right, that's it, folks. If anybody could, I know I might ramble on and stuff, but if anybody could use this information, it might have been Mahomes and Kelsey. If they had been a little bit more aware of their neighborhood, maybe they wouldn't have got burglarized. I can guarantee, I'm nowhere near Kansas City or their neighborhoods or nothing, but I guarantee that it wasn't some ruffian off the street. Whoever burglarized them in those neighborhoods, whoever did it, they knew the neighborhood and their neighbors and the comings and goings of that place better than they did themselves. So, yeah, some good shit, some good nuggets in there, folks. Pick them up where they are. Next video's coming soon. All right, stay safe out there, guys. Be safe in here. Son of Virginia. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Son of Virginia out.